Car number 1, 3, 2, 9, 6, 4, 7, 5, 10, 8. All right, good luck, everybody. All right, we're off and rolling here. We got Ronald out of the gate, 14-1. Dominic, 14-1. Soren, 14-1. Christopher, 14-2. Simon, 14-2. Alexander, 13-9. I got Ronald out front, 14-0. Dominic, 14-1. This is qualifying round number 3 here on Modified, presented by Team Coyote. Ronald took the first round yesterday. Second one last night was a thrilling one. It came down to the final lap. Mark just sneaking out that one yesterday. All right, we got Ronald out front with a 13-9. Mika, 14-1. Alexander, 13-9. Soren, 13-9. Dominic, 13-9. Mark, 14-5. Christopher, 13-9. Yannick, 14-1. Volker out front. He's got 4/10 right now over Orlowski. Sparbier, Hagberg, Greiner, Kropp, Reiner, Prumper, Ronald, Lauder. All right, Volker, 13-7. Orlowski, 13-8. Soren, 13-1. Greiner, 13-9. Kropp with a 14-1. Hagberg, 14-1. Ronald, Mika, Soren, Dominic, Alexander, Christopher, Yannick, Mark, David. Hot lap of the race. Orlowski right there, 13-6-9-9. Ronald that time, 13-9. Orlowski, 13-7. Ronald right now, 4/10 of a second ahead of Orlowski. Greiner, Soren, Alexander, Mark, Christopher, Yannick, David. Halfway there, 2.5 down, 2.5 to go. Round number 3 of qualifying, Modified, presented by Coyote. Race number 1's up next, qualifying round number 4. Ronald, 13-7. Mika, 13-7 that time. Big gap, 0.4. Mark, 13-7. Soren, 14-0. Dominic, 14-1. Christopher, 14-1. Alexander, 14-0. Yannick, 14-2. David, 13-9. That's Ronald Folks' hot lap on lap 12. 13-8 for Ronald. 13-7 for Orlowski. 0.4 is the gap. Ronald, the year leader, left side of the racetrack. Good job, thank you. Down the front straight he goes. Orlowski second in the dark blue. Ronald in the light blue. 13-7, 13-7. Marka, 13-7. Soren, 13-9. Dominic, 13-8. Track is clear. Watch it down the straightaway. Track is clear. Orlowski, 13-6. Ronald, 14-1. Orlowski now to the lead by 0.4. Orlowski, 13-6-5-5. New hot lap there. Lap number 17. Backs it up with a new fast lap. 18. 13-5s and 13-6. 40 seconds ago. Ronald, 13-9. Mark, 13-9. Dominic, 14-3. Alexander, 14-0. Orlowski in the dark blue. Number 2 out front. 13-7. Ronald, 13-7. 7/10 the difference. $13-8 for Mika. Ronald, 13-7. Mark, 13-7. 7/10 is the gap. Mika down the straight, he goes 13.9. Ronald to 13.7. Mark 13.7. Dominic 13.8. Time winded down in this one. Ronald 13.7. Orlowski 13.8. Mark 13.8. Dominic 14.0. That is time, all stop, giving us our third different top qualifier. Mika Orlowski taking Q3. 0.5 in front of Ronald, Mark, Dominic, Alexander, Christopher, Soren, Yannick, David, and Simon.
What was changing from Friday to Saturday?
Everything. I was in the pits for so many hours after yesterday's run. Also after Q1, I sat down at my table for 4 hours straight and was wrenching on the car. So a lot of wrenching, but now the car is pretty good. I had a horrible beginning. The track is super weird. It's the first time I'm using the V5 additive, and for sure it's a different traction, and I haven't done any carpet runnings, any races this season, so it's the first time I'm racing with this additive. Only had a quick practice session this week, so I don't have much knowledge, and it's very difficult to understand what the track will do. We have so much time between runs, but yeah, we got the car pretty good now. I think my pace was very solid, but we need to definitely adjust it so it's easier to drive at the beginning.
Yeah, you had half a second of a gap at the end over Ronald, but what do you think? How much time did you maybe lose in the first minute with Mark? You had been running very close with him because he was struggling. What is your thought on that?
I guess maybe a second. I don't know. I spun out on the first lap. I was trying to be cautious because Mark spun out on the first corner, so it was very hectic. Also, I'm sure we're all kind of sleepy because it's quite early, where yesterday we started much later, so it was a crazy run.
Okay, so one round of qualifying still to go, and we have 3 different TQ runners now. So what do you think will happen in the last one?
Well, definitely was a very positive step for my car. My pace was much better than yesterday, so I will make a small adjustment to it and try and get another one.
Okay, thank you for the moment, Mika Orlowski, who just TQ'd the 3rd round of qualifying. Let's wait for Ronald Volker, who finished in 2nd. So first of all, Ronald, good morning. It's a very early Saturday morning and another P2, this time behind Michael Orlowski. Talk us a little bit through the run. You finished off, I think, half a second behind Michael. What do you think? Where do you maybe lost half of the second?
I noticed already in the heat before that everybody went really slow in the beginning, and it's the same for our heat. I had no grip, struggled a lot, but I was in the lead. But somehow everybody, or at least Michael and me, we got faster throughout the run. But my car was really difficult. I had to calm down my driving, to do like 13.7s. But I saw that he was really on fire, and I lost slightly bit of time when Yannick spun in front of me, and a lot of guys started to crash, unfortunately. But I think I not really lost half a tenth. It was just difficult and almost the maximum I could have done. Yeah, but the track changed a bit after, like, we didn't drive for 15, 16 hours. Got a bit more slimy, a bit more slow. So I think I know what to do for Q4, but now it's open game between all of us 3.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen 3 different TQ drivers now in the 3 rounds. We have already managed to get in. You just have the fastest run time on your side, which is maybe an advantage, but in the end, now it will all come down to the line in Q4.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind now that Dominic would TQ or Soren, but at the same time, I think I know what to do to trying to win the next one. So yeah, let's see. We wait for another 5 hours.
It will stay top secret.
Yeah, a bit secret, maybe off camera.
Okay, so this was Ronald Volker posting another P2, sitting in first still after 3 rounds of qualifying here at ETS round number 4 in Daun at the Sporthotel Grafenwald, and we will find out who will be on pole position for the finals pretty soon. Q4 will start, and I think the top heat will be up in 5 hours.